Hey guys, what's going on? What's going on? It is Sunday night. Yes. All right. Let me bring on my sister. Hey, beautiful sister.
Hello, how you doing?
Girl, I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing amazing. An amazing long day. Happy Sunday. It's been really good. So I'm doing great. I'm doing really good. How was it out there? How's the weather?
I love the locks. Much better, girl.
Thank God for that. Thank you. So they're super convenient for sure. Convenient.
Yeah,
What this is about.
yeah, they're cute, girl. I love them. I love them. I know it's been a long day, but a good day, right?
It's been an amazing day for sure. Yes.
Yeah, it's been a really good day. I think, as a matter of fact, I'm going to we're gonna play a little bit tonight. It's so funny, technology. You guys share this feed. This is gonna be good tonight.
Yes.
I'm actually pulling. Let me see, babe. Okay, hold on one second. Okay, so yeah, let me go back here, and yeah, let me just.
The eyeliner.
Oh, thank you, girl. We gotta switch it up a little bit. All right, cool. All right, there we go. So, girl, I'm excited you got a chance to come on here tonight. We've just both been busy, 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 busy bees, right? I think Tasha's going to try to join us a little bit. Excited for you guys to get on here tonight. Go ahead and share this feed. I named this tonight Women, Wealth, and Winning, right? Okay, there's Tasha. Yay. Tasha, what's up, baby?
Hey, Tasha.
Hello.
Can you hear us?
I can now. Hello, ladies.
Yay.
Both of my mentors at the same time.
Oh my gosh, we're so
Yes.
excited you're able to get on here tonight. You look pretty.
Yes, you do. Yes.
You got that selfie light.
Yes, thank you. You ladies do too.
Thank you. That selfie light hit right, honey. So yes, lip gloss. I have mine right here, right?
Hello. Yes. Great divas.
We're definitely girls, right? We're definitely girls. So excited you guys are able to come on here tonight and play a little bit and chop it up. I know Sunday nights are for a lot of people a great time because the kids are probably in bed right now, and you're probably kind of coming down and preparing for Monday tomorrow. And this is going to be another really amazing week. I just want to encourage you guys, no matter where you're watching from right now, that, what we're going to be discussing tonight is really for every single person. And I think that we're in a time now that these next 60 to 90 days are going to be a real pivotal point for people, like the decisions that you make right now. I was just having a conversation with one of our children, and I was saying, the decisions you make right now basically are either going to set you up for your future or and launch you into your destiny or hold you back. Right. And as you can see, Tasha, in China, I mean, the world is really, really, really changing, like really changing. And it's not slowing down for anybody, right?
At all.
It's not slowing down. So I guess, we can just kind of chop it up a little bit. I guess just kind of jump in here and just talk about some of the changes that we have seen in the tech space. And I think we're probably all more creatives, but we all kind of said, we gotta lay hold of this whole tech situation because technology is not going anywhere and it's changing, and it's changing by the day.
Absolutely. What I found is since the pandemic has started and now a lot of people they had to stay home, it's like, okay, what do I do? They became more creative in communicating with one another. Even me and my parents, okay, it wasn't enough to do FaceTime. They needed to be able to see their parishioners and the church members. So they called me. They like, Tosh, how do you do Zoom? People are forced to use Zoom. They're wondering how do you do Skype? They're finding out about WhatsApp now. And here it is. We've been talking about the technology and how we're making income from it. Now they're more privy and they're like, you know what? I'm interested. How do I use the Money app? What else you got I can use?
Absolutely.
That's good, girl. Now, China, what about you?
No, it's so interesting because I feel like I'm so disconnected from the rest of the world right now, not just because we're a bit confined, but because our reality is so much different from what the news and media may be talking about. And so, like, it's such a contrast. Like, we're experiencing probably some of the best times of our life right now, in the midst of this pandemic, if you will. The people that are around us have a different type of a conversation. We're experiencing massive growth and success. We're very celebratory for the success that people are experiencing. And it's really exciting. And I think for me, I really just want more people to understand that there are some things that we do not control, but in the areas of what we do control, we need to be a lot more aggressive and forward thinking in. There's a lot that's available to us. And sometimes we kind of just get overwhelmed with the conversation of the masses, and we don't realize that we get to kind of change that dialogue up and get into the conversations of people who are having healthy conversations, who are having wealthy conversations, because I believe that what is being done right now and what has been done in the last 30 days, it's going to be reflected in the next 90 days or so, right? We're going to see who's working, who's been eating.
Yeah.
Right. To play, right?
Right.
Show up. So this is just the greatest time to really study, to show yourself approved, reinvent yourself, develop in ways that you wanted to, and just change your perspective a little bit so that you don't see this as such a negative, but that you find a way to embrace whatever the changes that's happening in your life.
Yeah, and I think, like you said, embracing the change. I mean, even for us in our ministry, we were already kind of doing live stream, which was great, but we had to take it to a whole nother level. We had to start, running ads for live stream. And then we, after we did a couple weeks of, just standing, we were like, well, let's change it up a little bit. Let's sit down. Let's actually create a set. Let's create different sets. Let's bring in some other leaders. Let's bring in some families and let them speak and let them tell about their experience. Let's get more intentional about building an e-church and then virtual new members class. So out of all of this, and then we created a virtual youth church, and now we got a virtual children's ministry. And so all of these pivots, within the last 30 days, just creating ideas and talking to people and asking questions and not being afraid to make a mistake. And I think that's really, China and Tasha, what we're about. We're about, listen, we're not afraid to make a mistake. Let's ask questions. Let's tweak this a little bit here. Let's tweak this a little bit there. And that's what I really want for people to get tonight on this Sunday night, that you should be a little uncomfortable. You should be a little bit like, okay, so what am I doing now? And this is why I think what we have been able to partner with and become a part of this amazing wealth community and this wealth family is so powerful right now, because we understand that it's like everything is changing, and I'm not willing to just sit back. I know you're not willing to just sit back and allow ourselves to become irrelevant, right?
Oh.
Because imagine like your parents. I'm so glad they called and said, hey, how do we do this? Or hey, because a person can be powerful. You can have a powerful message. You can have powerful tools, but if nobody knows, they're still irrelevant, right?
Right.
Yes, that part is strong.
Absolutely.
and I think, and we're seeing that, and we're seeing that specifically in the area of money and the flow of money. I just did an interview with Dr. Heavenly a few minutes ago, and we were talking about like the power of social media, and we were saying how like people who just kind of refuse to use social media, because if you refuse to use MySpace, then you probably refuse to use Facebook, and then you probably refuse to use Instagram, and you refuse to use Twitter, and TikTok and Snapchat. And now we have companies that are building multiple $1 million brands, $1 billion brands. I know we've been blessed to be able to build, very strong brands just with social media. Yeah. So I guess what I'm saying is, talk a little bit about if we weren't leaning in on some of these things. I mean, I think we would probably become obsolete on our message.
Absolutely. Well, one thing I can say is I've been very intentional lately, since now everybody is, they're going to Facebook to either scroll or just see what's going on to get updates. I'm more particular with the information I've been delivering. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to make sure that it's something of value that I can bring to the watchers, to the listeners, because now I think they're just a little more receptive and they're looking to see, what's next, and they're looking for direction. So at least this situation or what's been going on, I think it's kind of humbled a lot of people, and they're a little, like I said, they're a little more open. So I'm being very intentional with what I'm sharing, trying to drop some knowledge and show people how they can be creative and make things happen from home, and take this valuable time that you have with your families and, just come together and come up with some creativeness to bring, value back into the household, and teach your loved ones how to respect each other, how to treat each other, how now we can have conversations at the table, because it's not much we can do. We're in each other's face all day. So just being intentional with what we're conversing or what we're talking about in our communication.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I think it's so important that, as technology enhances and innovation just comes, that you get to a point that you realize, okay, it is what it is. You talked about MySpace. I remember MySpace. I was on MySpace and I didn't want to move to Facebook. I just got MySpace down.
Right.
The idea of learning something else new, nope, I'm staying right here. Mm-hmm. But I realized that I was on a plane, and I never forget, and I was sitting next to a gentleman, and I didn't realize how obsolete I was in my thinking. And the guy was talking about like MySpace. He was like, "You're not on Facebook?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm not on Facebook." And we think the world is supposed to shrink into our thinking, right? Mm-hmm. I thought I had a good point for my reason for not being on. It didn't matter what my point was. It didn't matter what I thought. There was new technologies coming out. You're a part of the 1998 Windows version, honey, and we're in 2000. Come on, you got to speed it up. And so one of the things that's extremely unattractive right now is, especially for women in business and where we are, that we get so antiquated in our thoughts of tradition that we don't evolve and become who we need to be seen in this time for the people that we're called to. And I believe that the women that are women of God, that are on a mission specifically, who have a specific call on their life, have to really just get with the program in a way that you can understand that God has given you something so precious, and it's not just for you to keep with you and your 4 people that can see it. Is a gift that is supposed to be developed and shared with other people. And this social media platform allows you to get that message out. It allows you to grow, allows your perspective to be more broadened. And so no longer are you thinking so narrow in your ideas, but now you have other influence on it that says, wait a minute, I need to think a little bit higher. Because now it's just not about what's going on in here. I get to connect with like-minded women that make me a little bit more savvy in a particular area that can help to pull me, to a higher level.
Yeah, no, I love that. And I think you're absolutely right. We have to be thinking now about, okay, you have to think like this. I have to make sure that I'm hanging out with futurists. You know, China and Tasha, when we met Christopher Terry, and we decided to partner with his company, one of the things that we were attracted to is that he was very much in the future. He was ahead of his time. The concept of saying, listen, I'm going to teach the average everyday person. I'm going to teach them how to trade foreign currency. I'm going to teach them what it is. I'm going to teach them how to trade cryptocurrency. Guys, share this feed, because this information tonight is so important. You can't afford to be with people that are still back in 2019. You need to be with people that are already moving in 2022, already moving in 2025, people that are are thinkers, people that are not afraid to take action, people that are not afraid to ask questions. You know, I was reading a book by John Maxwell, and he was saying that the top leaders, the high income individuals, they ask questions. That's what I want to encourage you guys tonight that are watching right here, that you need to, one of the reasons that we're so passionate about you partnering with us, or maybe somebody on here is, you know, having a watch party, partner with them. But it's so important that you partner with the right people, because when you get into the right relationships, you're going to have the right conversations. You're going to hear the right strategies. You're going to learn the right things, and then you can get the right results, because everybody's not getting right results right now, right? So your relationships right now are so pivotal, because if you're with people that would rather sit on the couch and watch Netflix than be on Facebook and put themselves in a position to learn, right? Then you say, I got to change my circle, right? Because Netflix is not going to pay you unless you invest in them. So I think I want you guys to address, how important is it right now for people to take on a futurist mindset or get hungry about understanding these new concepts? And I want you guys to put in the chat right now, just type in new concepts. Go ahead, one of you guys. One of you ladies.
Well, as we know, the old rules of money is not working now. Unfortunately, a lot of people got furloughed, got laid off, and so forth, and the unemployment rate went up to over 3 million. 2 weeks ago, it was at 3 million. And so being in a space where you are not the sharpest knife in the drawer is definitely important. I mean, I'm always looking to advance and surround myself around people who I aspire to be like, who's been there, who's done that. Success leaves clues. And I've always said that. So getting around people, guys, who of influence, who can help you take your thinking level to another level, people who can sharpen you and keep you on your ones and twos, on top of your toes, guys. That's what it's about, because iron sharpens iron, and just being innovative in this time will definitely help to get you and catapult you in the future. What do you think, Dr. China?
You know, I'm just in a space of huge gratitude right now. And I don't think none of us probably looked at it like this when we were first introduced to this amazing concept with trading in the Forex and cryptocurrency space. I believe that because we've all been doing it about 3-4 years now, that we probably feel, because of our time in this space, that, the rest of the world is at that space, but we're so far ahead of the curve. We're so far ahead of the curve that we get to be the ones to pave the way for the next boom, like the internet boom. So what I feel like right now, as we talk about futuristic, I feel like we're so blessed that God has positioned us right now. We've been in 4 years. Somebody else looking at 4 years like a long time. So if somebody was introduced to a business concept, they might feel like, dang, I should have got it when y'all got in. We're still so far ahead of the curve. Like the rest of the world is still light years behind what's going on. They don't even know what Forex even is. So the mere fact that we have technology at our fingertips that allows us to turn pennies into dollars, dollars into, like, from our fingertips, is amazing. And I'm so grateful, because now the conversation is being had. Now people are more intuitive as to what Forex is. Now they're more open. They realize they have more time. And when they realize that the system is so simplified, they're jumping in and experiencing grand success even quicker than we did. So I don't believe the time to do this was when we did it, because I believe that you needed even tougher skin. You definitely would have had to be chosen to go through some of the storms that we went through, right? But I believe the beauty of it is that we are now in 2020 in the financial space where the world, seeing where the internet is now, we are in the beginning phases like they were in the 2000s when they were positioning themselves for the world of the internet. And now we know we need it for everything that we do. And so this is still the greatest time. To me, time now is even better to be a part of it. I'm grateful.
I know, you're right.
Absolutely.
You're right. And what's crazy, China, we've been here for 4 years, but think about how much things have changed even since we've been here.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We started off just with Forex, right? Then we moved over to cryptocurrency. Then we moved over to indices, right? Then we moved over to commodities, right? So you might be saying, okay, go back to Forex because I don't even know what commodities is. But this is why it's so important. This is why this platform and this partnership is so important because, and then I remember we just had one educator. It was the CEO. Right? Then we brought on other educators. Now we have 100 educators. So the support system that you have, and I think that's the thing I want to make sure that everybody understands, there is a huge support system. You're going to get the support. You can ask the questions and we walk you through step by step. As a matter of fact, I want to hit this, but I'm going to pull this up. I'm going to see if I can pull this up really quick because I want you guys just to kind of see what, when you make a decision to partner with us, it's really broken down, and we're going to break it down really simply for you. But I also want to say this. Let me see. Hold on. Let me do screen share. I also want to say this, that you mentioned, Tasha, about 3 million people not working. And can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, great. You mentioned about 3 million people not working. Stimulus checks have gone out. The feds had to print more money. So we're going to start to see high levels of inflation. Right now, it's low. Like gas prices are as low as they've ever been. But I want you to know that this impact of quantitative easing and what happened with them printing so much money, what this is going to do to the economy, we're just in the first phase. Even though people are going to be going back to work, you still need to be really putting yourself in a position to educate yourself about where the economy is headed so that you can make sure that you get to the money before it shows up. See, there are people that chase the money and there are people that get to that point before the money shows up. So money is always chasing them opposed to them chasing money. Now, what I'm showing you right now, China and Tasha, and everyone that's a part has access to what I'm showing you right now. And over here, you can see is a homepage. Pip Talk is where we all talk together. And then academies. You're going to actually have access. So if you say, you know what, I want to learn how to trade Forex. So then you would come right here to this academy. If you speak in another language, Spanish, if you speak in German, Portuguese. So you can see that we're multilingual. So that way, you know, depending on what your language is, you have that and you have access to all those academies. I'm going to go ahead and click on this academy right here. I want to open it up a little bit and let you guys kind of see the resources that we have available. So we're going to walk you through how to get started. This is so important because most people right here this is where they're like, wait a minute, what do I do? We're going to walk you through. So we have a roadmap for you. We have a tutorial for you. We have what we call go live. So literally you'll have the ability to trade every single day live with our top traders. Now I just clicked on strategies. And again, I'm just walking you through this. I want you to see how easy this is. You'll have access to several different strategies. We're going to help you to choose the strategy that you like the best. Now, this is something called harmonics. Yeah. I like harmonics. It's very, very basic. And, you know, I always tell people if you can count to 10 and you know your ABCs, you can trade. Don't you guys love harmonics?
I love it. My favorite.
Yeah. So what happens is if you look right here, you can see this says entry. So we literally are giving you the entry. There's TP, which stands for take profit. Take profit 1, 2, or 3. If you're conservative, you're going to always stop right there and take profit 1. Now, a lot of people, when they think about trading, they're concerned because they're like, well, what if, so let me just break this down to you too before I go further.
See your actual scanner up. You see the screen still with the
You can't see the scanner?
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
So you may need to share that particular window.
Okay, thanks. Let me see. Because so it just stopped. Okay, let me go back here. Okay, here we go. Thanks, ladies. Okay, can you see it now?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, great. So this is our harmonic scanner, guys. And this is really, really simple. I want you to share this feed and we're going to support you with this. I'm just giving you just a quick tutorial because I want you to know how simple it is, okay? If you're in the chats right now, just put it's simple, right? Because remember this, anything you keep before your eyes on a consistent basis and before your ears, you're going to get it. So if you see right here, this is what we call a harmonic pattern. It's A, B, C, and D. Always remember that D is the entry. This is where we would say we're going to actually take this trade. Now, if you look right here at the top, it says CADJPY. Ladies, you still with me?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. So CADJPY. Now, the entry is right here. This is TP1, TP2, TP3, which stands for take profit 1, 2, and 3. Now, when you see the entry and when the take profit is above the entry, it's a buy. If this was below the entry, if take profit was below the entry down here, it would be a sell. Okay, so we would place a buy for CADJPY at 75.487, and then we would put the number in here. Our take profit would be 76.09. Guys, it's just that simple. The other thing that I would look for right here is called the RSI. We're going to teach you what these terms are, but if you notice right here, it's pointing up. This confirms that CADJPY is headed up. So that's all the confirmation that I would need. And so in that particular case, I would look at possibly placing a buy. Okay, so these harmonics, ladies, this is what we look at every day, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's my favorite.
Talk about your learning process with this chart.
Well, considering, for those who don't know, I was an educator for 14 years, elementary. And so I always tell my clients, as long as you know your ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, your shapes and colors, that you can do well just from this tool alone and multiply your money. And they've been doing well thus far. I mean, my brand new people who just came in last week, I had them copying and pasting on their own in 3 days. So the first day or two, I held their hand, but on that third day, I said, okay, I'm gonna test y'all because I do the teacher-student kind of thing, and they did it on their own. So they're loving it.
That's good. That's good. And China, what about you? And how long? I mean, because we start everybody on a practice account. Everybody starts on the demo account, right? Because we want them to be able to practice. Talk about kind of your process with your team.
So absolutely. So for me personally, when I first got involved, which is why I believe that it's a better time now, it was like Japanese geometry. So if you guys are feeling a little overwhelmed, feeling like you're looking at an EKG, hello, that was me. You know, Tasha coming from an education background, I know she was probably a little bit more willing to dive in than I was. I was for sure pushing it away. It took me about 90 days to even really sit down and do it. But when I learned it, it took 30 minutes. So now the people who come on board now, that's a part of our community, we immediately get them connected to the basics of ABCs, 1, 2, 3 shapes and colors. So it's basic arithmetic that we know that elementary school students will be able to comprehend. And so once you realize the key points that you just pointed out, Jewel, the currency pairs, which are the ABCs, the 1, 2, 3s, which are your entry, your take profit, and how you can prevent a loss inside of the market, your shapes, which is the yellow pattern, all that work is done for you. And then the colors show you the direction that the market is going in. It literally took me 30 minutes to digest this information and be able to start to utilize it. Now, obviously you want to continue to develop, but the success that we're experiencing, you know, with this tool inside of our group is really mind blowing. Like people inside of our community now, whereas it took us months to really kind of get the swing of things and the hang of things, the success ratio was so much quicker. The learning curve is so much shorter because now we know more to guide you and to lead you more effectively and efficiently to success. And the beauty is that you get to earn while you are learning. So you don't have to have it all figured out. While you are learning how to really do this on your own, you're earning by being a part of a community that's helping you to hold your hand, like Tasha said. Process. It's amazing. It is amazing.
China, I love what you said because, like you said, and I was the same way, girl. You know, I ran from these charts. I was like, okay. I ran from these charts. I was like, baby, I said, Lord, if I ever get it, it's gonna be because you are Lord. Because I was like, way over my pay grade. But you know what? I knew, you knew, we all knew that we were on to something big.
Yes.
We always wanted to learn how to trade. I didn't want to go to school to get my Series 6 or Series 7.
Mm-mm.
I didn't have any interest in that.
No.
But the way that they break this down was so simple. It was really like, okay, I really think I can do it. Now, those of you that are watching that are guests, I want you to think about it like this. And I'm going to go back on here because I want to show you something else. But I want you to think about it like this. Imagine you keep seeing this every day. So let's look at another currency pair. I'm going to pull up Euro JPY. All right.
Favorite.
Yes.
Those JPY pairs.
Yes. Okay. So this is good, China. So look right here, Euro JPY. Over to the right are time frames. Okay. So yeah, 15-minute, 1 hour, 4 hour, and then daily. So some people, if you wanted to get in and out of the market, then you would go to the 15-minute. You just click on it. I'm going to stay right here at the hour because this is actually a great pattern. So let's just review again. A, B, C, and then D. D, remember, is the entry. Okay. You see right there, it says entry. It tells us 117.85133. So this is the number that I would enter into the market. Now you see there are two entries here, and my take profit is downward from the entry. Remember, if the take profit is above the entry, it's a buy. If the take profit is below the entry, it is a sell. You have TP1, 2, and 3. So for people that are really conservative, you're going to just hang out at TP1. In the beginning, I would say just go TP1. As you get more skilled and confident in the scanner, you might end up at TP2 or TP3. So now look at what happened here. They came into the market. Let's just say they came into the market and it hit entry here. And guess what? It came all the way down. And look at these these rectangles are considered candles. Where did you go? Get back up here. Hold on, it just kind of kicked me off. Okay, let me get back over here. Okay, so notice right here, this is perfect. This red candle, and we would call this a bearish candle. Blue represents bullish. That means that when you see a blue candle, it's headed up. Remember, up would be a buy, but when it's headed down, bearish, it would be a sell. How do we know this was a sell? Because the take profit was below the entry. Again, if this take profit was here above the entry, which is what we saw on CADJPY, it was a buy. So because take profit was below the entry, it would have been a sell. And look and see what happened. It came, this bearish candle came all the way down. It hit take profit 1. It kept going. It hit take profit 2. And look at that. Almost at take profit 3. So we're going to teach you how to calculate, because you might be saying, well, what if it did hit my take profit? It means you made money.
Yes, yes.
That's what it means. So if we all traded that together, we would have all made money together. And this is why this is powerful, because this is what China and Tasha and thousands of other people all over the world every single day. We make money together. So I will call maybe Tasha and say, Tasha, did you see what's happening with Euro JPY? And then we might say, let's call China and see if China sees what we see, right? This is what you got to understand about high net worth income earners. We collab, we partner, we work together. The days of just being a loner in this thing are over. You need everybody's brain. You need everybody's eye on the charts. And we say, it looks like a sell to me. It looks like a sell to me. Okay, I'm selling, right? China, you know how that thing work, girl?
It's that simple. And it's beautiful because you start to feel more confident. I remember, just imagine feeling, you know, a little nervous, and then you start to build the confidence. You feel so astute, so educated that you're learning in a $6.7 trillion daily market. I mean,
say that one more time.
This is a $6.7 trillion daily market. So to have access to something like this is banking software that we're looking at right now, multi-million-dollar software that your banks like Bank of America and Chase and Wells Fargo, not at the teller branch level when you walk in and deposit a check. I'm talking about the buildings that are in your downtown cities where the tall floors, the buildings with the tall buildings where floors are reserved for trading your money. This is what they're doing. And so to be able to learn this, Jewel literally just taught you how to use the harmonic scanner. That is like everything that she just said, if you could just digest what she said and just follow it, even without fully comprehending it, even without fully understanding it, if you could just follow the directions, you will then see the profit. And then you can circle back and say, oh my gosh, how did that happen? Now, because your brain is more open to receive because you mechanically put your hands to it. So when we're talking about buying in the market and we're talking about selling in the market, we're not saying that you physically need to possess any Euro JPY. No.
Right.
You just are going to literally press a button on your phone, on the money app, and get in position. If we say buy, you simply press the buy button. If we say sell, you simply press the sell button. Don't overcomplicate it, because to be honest with you, this is probably the simplest innovation that I've ever been a part of in my life. So what it leads me to understand is that making money and growing money is not actually hard. It just requires you to have the desire and to be.
Ooh, that's good. Wait a minute, put that in the chat. Becoming wealthy is not hard.
Absolutely.
It's not hard at all. Like you can do this on a beach. You can do this at home in bed in your pajamas. It doesn't require a whole bunch of outside elements. The power in this is the community, is the fact that it's not just on what you're thinking and what you're seeing, right? You are in partnership, in relationship with people who may be smarter than you, a little bit more advanced in an area that you get to benefit from, that you get to leverage. So we all get to make the same amount of money because you are inside of the wealth circle.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
absolutely.
Yeah, Tasha.
Yeah, you know what? A few weeks ago when the Dow market dropped, sometimes a lot of people mix us up between the stock market and the foreign currency market. And so I got a few phone calls, well, one phone call in a DM, and they were saying, well, how did you do this week? Because the Dow market almost plummeted. Well, it did plummet, but it almost crashed. And I said, oh no, me and my team did very well. And so they need to know, if you're listening, guys, we make money regardless if the currency go up or down. We teach you how to get on the right side of money.
That's it. That's it. And this is what I love. You're going to get first-class education on global economics, because the days of, just knowing what's going on in the United States or just going on in your city, no, this is going to give you a working knowledge. You're going to be able to watch the news. When we watch the news now, we're like, oh, okay. So they said the NAS is going down. We trade the NAS on indices. We actually trade the NAS. As a matter of fact, I want to show you guys this.
NAS 100. I like that one. The NAS 100.
It's good. It's a really good one. So we can trade. We're going to teach you how to trade all these different strategies. Now, let me pull up another one for you guys. US CAD. Let's pull up US CAD. All right. US CAD. See right here, USD, CAD. So that's United States dollar, Canadian. All right. Let's go over our letters. A, B, C, D. D is the entry. Remember, if the take profit is above the entry, then it is can somebody put in the chat, what is it? I gave you guys that answer already. I'm about to show you how to get this bag. Make 2020 the best year of your life. We literally have people over here making a significant amount of money every day. Okay? Hear me clearly. If the market is making, China said 6.7 trillion, the possibilities are huge. Huh? What'd you say?
A day.
A day. A day. So just imagine if you said, okay, I'm going to get a percentage of that. So somebody might say, is it possible to make 3 figures a day? Absolutely. Is it possible to make 4 figures a day? Absolutely. Is it possible to make 5 figures a day? Absolutely. Google George Soros. Google George Soros. George Soros made so much trading foreign exchange that he broke the Bank of England.
That's right.
Right? Google that. Guys, we got to get educated now. We can't just sit back and wait on a stimulus check. This is an opportunity for you to create your own stimulus economy. You must now create your own economy within the economy. Now, remember, D is the entry. If the take profit is above the entry, what is it? Did you guys put it in the chat? Come on, what is that? What is that? Everybody say buy, right? Because remember, if the take profit was below the entry, then it would be a what? Sell, right? Now, my entry here for US CAD, USD, Canadian dollar, would be 1.3892. My take profit one, if I'm trading conservatively, is 1.400868. What happened in this trade? If we would have got in right here at the entry, look at what happened. These candles move right on up nicely. Look at those blue candles. Those are rectangles. We call them candles. The red candles in between, because the market is never just going to go straight there. It's always going to have a little bit of fluctuation, but you can see mainly blue candles all the way up. What happened? Bam! It hit take profit one. What happened? It hit, bam, take profit two. You would have made money, bruh.
Yes.
You see how China, do you think that, I know they got to see how simple this is.
Yeah, buy low, sell high. Buy when the market is low because you want it to go up and you make money. You sell when the market is high, and when it goes down, you make money. This is amazing. Like, honestly, I believe the hearts to continue to share this has to be a true heart of God, because honestly, we could just sit at home and make all the money we want without saying anything to a soul. But because we know that no one, and I mean no one, is coming into our community to teach this to our children. No one is going to train you on this on your job. And we know that this is not the conversation that's being had throughout social media, at the dinner tables. Then we feel called and assigned to get the word out to our communities, to let people know, for number one, that this is a hidden wealth secret, that this world does exist, and that you need to give yourself permission to participate in the largest financial market in the world. The truth is, we could sit at home without ever saying a word, using this banking software, multi-million-dollar software, and earn as much money as we want to. But because we know it's true, because we know that we are called for a time such as this, we are so adamant about sharing this with other families and sharing this information with other communities.
Yeah, no, it's a real strategy. It is a real live strategy. And that's what we want to give you guys an opportunity to learn. You know, you just have to make up in your mind that, you know what, I'm going to learn the new rules of money. You know, China, yesterday we had Legacy Blueprint virtual conference. It was amazing. I saw you on there, sis, commenting, thank you. And we met Kim Kiyosaki together, right? And because we were at the right place, at the right time, cultivating the right relationships. And she said, Jewel, what people don't realize is most people think that there's some success secret. The reality is we just don't quit. We won't stop after we've made 10,000 in a day or 100,000 in a day. Why? Because we realize that there's so much more. We're not going to stop asking questions. We're not going to stop being inquisitive. We're not going to stop learning. We're not going to stop leaning in. We're not going to stop. When I first looked at this, it was a EKG to me. Like she said, I was confused. But I said, what I'm not going to do is run away from this. And when you look at every account in the Word of God, when you look at David and Goliath, David went after Goliath, right? The Bible says that Saul told him, how can you go after Goliath? He said, what you don't understand is that I've been attacking the lions, protecting your sheep. And then when the bears came, I was attacking them. That's how you have to look at wealth. I'm going to attack this strategy. I'm going to learn this strategy, because what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to keep living check to check. What I'm not going to do, I'm not going to keep, even if you're living good, even if you're living good right now. The thing is, don't allow us a book called Don't Let Good Be the Enemy to Great.
That's right.
Because some of you can't just afford to have enough money to take care of you, but you're going to take care of your children. Some of you going to take care of your parents. Some of you going to take care of aunt or uncle. Some of you are being called to take care of communities and cities. So don't be selfish. Don't sit back and say, well, I got that slave mentality. I got a roof over my head and food over my table. Listen, if you're going to be an impact player in today's world, in 2025, 2030, you better start learning these wealth strategies, because they are here on the earth. They are for you. You can pray all day long, but if you don't get up off of your knees and get into action, you will still be at the same place next year in the same place, and God will love you and you will love God, but there will be no fruit or no advancement on your life. And the reality is people don't want to serve listen, I don't want to listen to what you're saying unless I can see fruit on your life.
Come on now. And I tell you what, if you feel like that as a pastor, as a woman of God who know the word, what do you think the world is saying about men and women of God who's talking this talk, but they're not walking it out? There's no evidence, there's no fruit, there's no manifestation. If you feel like that, could you imagine how the world feels? And that's why we have to be impact players in 2020. What type of impact are you making in your family, in your community, throughout the nations? We have to begin to think grander. We have to at a grander level so that we can make impact on the people that we're called to.
That's it. I love it. Trying to say that phrase one more time.
We have to become an impact player. What type of impact are you making on the lives of the people around you? And you know when you're making impact or not. You know when you're an asset or a liability. I make it my business. Every relationship in my life, it is intentional that I am an asset in their life, intentionally. I refuse to be a liability for anyone. Here's the thing. I can't be an impact player if I don't have the goods. That's right.
Come on now. Absolutely.
You can't be. The Bible says that a poor man's wisdom is despised.
That's right.
A rich man has many friends.
Come on now.
You got to get aggressive and say, because Tasha, you were a teacher. And teachers, I love teachers, but unfortunately, teachers don't make a lot of money.
Right. Absolutely. And that's why we shouldn't put all our eggs in one basket. Nowadays, you need a plan A, B, C, and a D. People perish for the lack of knowledge. And I like what you ladies are saying. Y'all preaching. I'm over here saying amen, amen again. Regardless of how much I think I know, there's always room for growth. And people must understand that. To get wisdom and success leave clues. I'm a living testimony of that. So that's why I partner with you ladies. Anybody who's watching this, guys, you need to get with the boss. These ladies know what they're talking about. Whoever is sharing this with you, they are connected to us. Guys, this wealth hidden secret is out. We're putting it out there.
We're putting it out, Tasha. And let me go back to the charts real quick. Can you guys see?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at another pair. You guys are going to get this before we hang up.
This is so amazing, Jewel, because honestly, you're doing a legit training on a live where people would normally just kind of be scrolling and passing time, maybe because they can't sleep. You're literally learning there's nothing else she's leaving out. You're literally learning how to use a multi-million-dollar banking software that you get access to for pennies on the dollar. Literally right now. You can literally pause, rewind, and play again and know how to use this tool to put in a trade to make money from your cell phone. So
Yes, like seriously, like this is a tool that we got 5th graders trading.
Yes.
Like, seriously. So guys, I pulled up and we're going to do this with you. I said, we are doing this with you. We're not going to just put you out here. You're going to have all the support that you need. Euro GBP, Euro and Great Britain pound. Let's do it again. A, B, C, D. D is our point of what? Entry. Remember we said if the TP or take profit is above the entry, it is a buy. If this TP or take profit is below the entry, then it would be a sell. All right. Now, these blue candles, we call these bullish candles. These rectangles are referred to as candle. This is where what we call price action, which is on the side. The market is always moving 24 hours, 5 days a week. You can trade. As a matter of fact, the market just opened today at 5 o'clock. And if you look here, you see this price moving a little bit. You're going to learn about all of this and learn how to profit from your trades. Somebody might say, is there a risk? Yes, but we're going to teach you how to maximize profit and minimize loss, right? Volatility is actually your friend. So look right here. If we would have went in this entry, this bullish candle took off, and guess what? It hit take profit 1. Then it kept going to take profit 2, and then bam, take profit 3. So now all 3 take profits were hit, and guess what? You would have made money off of Euro GBP. So what we would have did is Tasha might have called China and said, girl, pull up Euro GBP real quick. And I'm going to tell you, we're serious about it. I've got my iPad right here.
Come on now. I got my MetaTrader 4 right here.
And then I got my desktop here. I play no games with this chart. So while I'm on the live, I got the chart pull. You guys got it right there. Come on.
Money out, baby.
We play no games with these charts, okay? And so Tasha might have called China and said, hey, did you see Euro GBP? It looks like a buy to me. Do you think it's a buy? And then they might have called and said, Jewel, look at this real quick. Then I would say, yep, it looks like a buy to me, right? And we would have all went in on a buy. And then a couple hours later, we would have called, or we're all in the chat together. And we said, girl, here, take profit. Hey, let's go.
We make money.
Money. Right. And this is what happens every single day. This industry puts you in a position to learn the wealth strategies. And while you're learning, you can still be earning. Now, China or Tasha, tell them what the cost is, because you are not going to believe this.
All right. What guys? Huh?
I want you to tell the cost, but I want to share this story first, just to set the tone, because we did a call yesterday for millennials that are still in college, right? We're doing a bit of a college tour right now because they're so innovative and creative and always on their phone, so they just get it. One of the young ladies that was on, my daughter's friend, who is on her chairman run, by the way, and she spoke so well. She had to pay out at Spelman. She's a Spelman student. This is her second semester this year, out of pocket $20,000 for her education. For $20,000. So what we're talking about is that's not enough education for that $20,000 that she paid to get her the degree so that she can start actually becoming profitable from the degree. That's just one semester for Spelman. Now, we are big on education, but I believe that when it comes down to investing into yourself, you need to say, how valuable am I? Because she clearly knows that she was worth $20,000 for that semester. But guess what she said? She was able to gain a lot of the funding from her trading.
Wow.
So now
Yeah.
and she was able to purchase her a car, a Mercedes at that. She's 20 years old from trading. So trading is helping her to get through school.
Yeah.
So Natasha, let's talk about how much does it cost to have access to this academy that takes you to a $6.7 trillion industry where you have the potential to earn 3, 4, 5 figures a day.
Well, let's just say I pay more for my hair than what it is to access these tools, guys. Okay. Now, you ladies and these divas that's watching, y'all know we like to get dialed up. We'll spend money on a bag, on some shoes, them red bottoms, all that. We got the Keith James hat, fellas. We buying them red bottom hats. And guys, you can get started with us for initially only $234. $234. Now, I don't know here in Atlanta, now, Dr. Jewel, I know you're in Tennessee, or you may be in one of your condos on an island somewhere right now. But here in Atlanta, where Dr. China and myself are, they were on the news at a mall around here in the neighborhood. They had a long line because they were out there buying those new Jordans, some new gym shoes that cost more than what it would cost to get in this space and learn a skill set that'll pay you the rest of your life.
By the way, really quickly, Kathy, one of our educators, just sent a trade on US 30.
Okay, we got to get in there.
I just had to say that real quick. Market exclusive.
Yes. So look, 234 guys. Huh?
Quick question. I just want to heard you clearly. Are you saying to me that in the midst of what's going on right now in the world, around your home in 2020 May, that there was a long line for people waiting for Jordans?
Yeah, the people who's supposed to be quarantined still, or who's supposed to be at least 6 feet away from each other, they're in line. They were in line earlier, yes. Lined up for the gym shoes. I think that's why I ain't gonna get into that. That may be kind of why they opened up the city a little bit, because people got their stimulus check and they went straight to the mall, stood in line for some gym shoes.
That's why we got to do better. That part, the fact that they would spend $200-300 on a pair of shoes, that looked at investing into themselves for $200-300 and not understand that they are worth them more in your brain and your mind, more than a shoes. That's why we have to do what we're doing.
Absolutely. And that's why we're intentional and we're live here before you guys, because we got to do better, and we're going to put the word out, and we're willing to work with you. So 234 will get you started. It'll get you unlimited access to our academy, where you have over 100 plus pre-recorded videos with quiz. They'll give you a little quiz at the end to make sure you're retaining the information. In addition to that, you'll get this tool that Dr. Jewel went over with the harmonic scanner. That's our banking software that spits out the data and tells you exactly what to trade, where to enter, and where to secure the bag. So TP, those take profits, that just means secure the bag, so more money or more money is on the table. In addition to that, you'll have access to our expert traders. Imagine having a son in high school and he's playing ball or, basketball. Who would you rather coach him? LeBron James or Steph Curry? Or would you prefer your old high school coach? Guys, most people want LeBron James or the best of the best, right? Steph Curry. So in this space, we're going to give you access to the expert traders. They're tapping you into their computer and teaching you and dissecting the charts with you and giving you the answers so that you can learn this skill set and even teach your kids, the teenagers, and the babies are even trading from their iPads. So $234 one time, and every 30 days thereafter, it's only $174. Now, some of you may say, well, you know what? How can I get it free? Because I'm a couponer. I like to save money. I like to save money so I can spend it on the finer things in life, but I'm particular on what I spend it on. So guys, if you are one of those individuals, or you may be a little frugal, guys, we have a scholarship program where you can get it absolutely free. Everybody say free 99, okay? If you tell 2 people one time and they use your referral link and they start learning and earning with you, you don't have to worry about your monthly tuition. That's a beautiful thing. I wish I could have went to college and invited 2 of my friends. Actually, more than 2 of my friends went to the same college, but I didn't get my tuition free. So
I love it. That is so good. So, and then if you decide you want to learn all the strategies, you can pay $324 one time, and then let us help you get your 2 customers. Most people, when they realize that this is real, they're looking for something else. So it's real easy to help get your 2 customers. We'll do the talking for you. We realize you're brand new and you don't know it. Tasha in China, this was way too much fun tonight.
Thank you for the invite.
Thanks for having us on. Tasha, that was amazing. I love
you. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, that was, both of you spoke really well, and I think you brought a lot of clarity to a lot of people. And we have to do better. We have to ask money questions. We have to lean in on money. We have to be committed to educating ourselves, so we're not just sitting around waiting for a stimulus check or waiting for times to get better. You have to take times and matters into your own hands. And the reality is, until you take full responsibility for your life and you stop waiting on child support, or you stop waiting on alimony, or you stop waiting on somebody to come save you and rescue you, a lot of times nothing changes. This is an opportunity for you tonight, because normally we would not be on here. We would all be snuggled up with booze right now. I would not be on here, but I felt wet in my heart.
Not me. I still single.
Tasha said, well, it's coming. Tasha said she's single, okay?
Yes,
but she ain't no gold digger, but she ain't messing with me.
Absolutely not. Yes.
All right. Okay.
Y'all better get with the. That's why you need some money. See, when you got a bag, that ain't gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, Tasha, it's coming. Your bag getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So when you attract, honey, you gonna attract right. Okay.
Come on now.
That's right. Yeah. He got to come all the way correct. All the way correct. No grown man. Yes. Nobody's doing that. So anyway, but no, love you ladies. You guys are amazing tonight. I'm going to be back on here tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. I'm sure you're going to see these beautiful ladies on here. Also, check them out on their lives on China Bethley and Boss Chick Tasha. What's yours, Tasha?
Latasha Boss Chick. That's BOSSCHIC. No K at the end of my chick.
All right. Yes, girl. So y'all need to check her out on Facebook and Instagram, and then China Bethley on Facebook and Instagram. Make sure you go follow my sisters and watch this wealth movement. But don't just watch it. Join us. Guys, we love you. We got you. We going to help you, single moms, single dads. We got you. Get back with the person that invited you on here. Love you so much. See you back on here tomorrow. Love you, ladies.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
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 All right.